Hey, you guys, it's Ani. Happy Friday, and also happy Love Day, happy Valentine's Day. Whether you are with your SP, your dream SP, whether you are not, today is all about your love towards yourself because everyone is you pushed out, and I'm going to be sharing a success story of how my client's SP came back in after no contact and everything she ever wanted him to show her, he started showing her. She's been wanting things to play out for a very long time, and they wouldn't until she started pouring into her and loving herself. So literally the theme for today is love yourself, love thyself, love, because everyone is you pushed out, and everything you do to you, you will see reflected back onto you. So please, if you're feeling sad or worried or that either you're in no contact or your SP's not showing up the way you want them to just yet, or they're not back in yet, please do not make that a circumstance. Do not make that something to get sad over, because I see huge changes and miracles happen every day within my life, my clients' lives. So please don't do that to yourself. After watching this video, everything's going to be amazing for you. I promise you. Even if it's just you learning to pour into you more today or this weekend or this week, I promise you're going to see that reflected back. And when I talk about you pouring into you or your self-love, self-concept, it doesn't just mean, getting your hair done, getting your nails done, doing something like aesthetically pleasing. It's not those things. It's even when you don't feel your best, even when you don't go out and do materialistic things or aesthetically pleasing things, it's how you're facing your inner world and how you're shifting it to the desired parallel reality, desired state. So I want to talk about this a little bit, you guys. My client, we've been coaching for a while, and she came to me with a lot of wants and desires from her SP. Her SP wasn't really showing up the way she wanted him to. SP wasn't really taking her out, courting her, pursuing her. It was more like on his terms, on his time, like just maybe ordering food, watching a movie at home. Like she wanted to feel really feminine, really loved, really pursued. And sometimes this happens when you've been with a person for a while, and because your self-concept's not really up there, you kind of are just experiencing that and not more than that. Or this happens when your inner world is always reflected outside of you. So when you're cool with like the bare minimum, or when you're cool with like just people pleasing, or let's just see how it goes, like I don't want to pressure this person, I don't want them to go above and beyond, what if they don't want to do that for me, or what if I'm not worthy, what any of those thoughts that come to mind, please delete those thoughts from your mind. But it's more of self-concept work that will level you up into knowing you're worthy no matter what. And we've been working together. She's been leveling up on her self-concept. One thing she's been doing a lot is, even when she felt sad in that no contact time, even when she felt really down, really not chosen, she actually took an effort consciously to go from that way of thinking to no, wait a second. If I actually was that girl receiving the things I wanted to receive, how would I be thinking now versus how I'm already thinking? There's a huge gap. There's a huge difference in between the two ways of thinking, which is the two parallel realities you're playing with. Okay? Parallel realities are literally existing 24/7. You have billions and trillions of different realities you can play with, and different options and different ways things can turn out by how you think here. So the same person can experience luck and abundance. The same person can experience loss and lack. The same person can experience amazing behavior from someone. The same person can experience very poor behavior from someone. What's the common denominator? You, how you're thinking of the situation, how you're feeling about yourself, how you're feeling about what you're worthy of, and your assumptions. All of this is at play, shifting you from parallel reality to parallel reality. So if you want to stay in the proper parallel reality that serves you, you stay in it no matter what circumstances show, no matter how sad you feel, no matter how badly you don't want to face the current circumstances or current emotions, right? Because we as humans, I feel like honestly, not only just us as humans have been programmed this way, but really no one stresses. It's okay to face your emotions. It's okay to cry. It's okay to feel sad. It's okay to feel lost. It's okay to feel not chosen in this situation. But you knowing those feelings are coming up, you observing them, doesn't necessarily mean you have to identify with them. Those are two totally different things. So one thing you're going to do is observe and do not identify as that person. Things that come up that don't serve you, observe them. You're not manifesting them. You're not affirming for them. You're just observing like the observer you are. You're a creator. A creator gets to pick and choose from what comes up in their mind. You get to pick and choose. It's like a sushi, what's the word? Sushi belt. You know, in those sushi restaurants where the sushi is just going around and you get to pick which one you want. That's exactly what's happening here in your brain, but the thoughts are coming up, going around in your head. You get to choose which one you want to consume. You get to choose which one you want to play with. So if thoughts come up that you don't like, let it go around. Let it go. Let it come in. Let it go. Be the observer you are. Choose what you would rather focus on and what you would rather experience. So, moral of this video: do not identify with every thought. Just because a thought comes up doesn't mean it's going to manifest. It's there for you to choose, like a menu, like a sushi belt. It's there for you to choose your likes and your dislikes, and then you consciously put in the effort to focus, and then you shift from the lack mentality and the reality, and you shift to a parallel reality where it's not so much lack anymore. It's more abundant, and then more, and then more, and then more. You tweak everything as you go along. Number 2, no matter what the circumstance, no matter what's happened, no matter how much time has passed, no matter the no contact, no matter any of this, if you want everyone as you pushed out to work for you, and it's always working for you, you can't really shut it down. If you want it to work in your favor, you romanticize the life you currently have, even without having the manifestation. You make the most of right now. You make the best of right now. You love yourself the most right now, even through the sad times. That reflects onto the other person. They feel that you're there for you. They feel that you love yourself no matter what. They feel that you are that person. You are so important, that you have so much self-love for yourself, and you prioritize yourself so much that no matter how you're feeling, you're going to face the feelings and you're going to put yourself back on a pedestal no matter what. That is felt. I don't care who you are, what has happened in your life. I coached thousands of people at this point throughout the years, and the hardest client being me. And I see that play out every single day of my life. So they really, really, really see, feel, and hear when you put yourself back on a pedestal. Another one is you consciously have to put in the effort. I don't care how hard it feels. If you feel like, damn, like I'm in this funk and I'm not able to get out of this funk, you really are able to. And I'll tell you how you're able to get out of the funk slowly but surely. The reason why you even want to get out of the funk of feeling low, desperate, obsessed, no contact, not chosen, the reason why you want to get out of that, I mean, it's very obvious, but the reason why you want to get out of that is because the more you stay in that, the more experiences like that you will manifest, and you will keep manifesting. So you stay in this cycle unless you break the cycle. How do you break the cycle? Small little adjustments throughout your day, every day. So the moment you can tell that you're going back there again into that funk, you make a conscious effort not to. How do you do it? Do something that's going to take your present moment attention. Become very present. Like, for example, I swear, you guys, if one of my really, really good friends got me onto this. Apparently, this is like really popular nowadays. I haven't really been on social media to find out about this because honestly, that feels so good too, to not be on social media so much. But present moment, that's the key word. I've been so into these coloring books, you guys, like the cute little like animation like coloring books. This and the markers, and like I am such a stationary girly. Like if you are too, comment down below. But these bring me to present moment like no other. And it's just so relaxing. It's so relaxing to cut. You make sure you're coloring between the lines, you're shading, you're doing ombre effects, you're doing all this contrast and highlights and stuff. Like, I love it. I feel like life is so good. No one's bothering my peace. Like when I'm into these, I'll put on some good music. I'll make me a matcha latte or an espresso latte, whatever. It's just life is so good. Like, and the way I'm explaining this is I'm sure you guys have your own passions and things that get you back into your present moment where you feel like nothing can bother you. Like everything's okay, even though bad stuff has happened. Like you're so fine, you're so good. That's you consciously bringing yourself back to neutral energy. You know how powerful that is when you bring yourself back to neutral energy rather than obsessed, rather than hurt, rather than desperate. When you come back to neutral energy and you're not trying to make something happen right now, you're not forcing it, you don't have a tight grip on it, you've detached from the tight grip, that's when things come in like crazy. And that's exactly how my client got her man to come in. Not only did he come in, she had blocked him everywhere. Phone, social media, everywhere. The only way this man could have contacted her was through email. And he did. He emailed her. She didn't respond. He emailed again. He sent groceries to her door. He sent flowers to her door. Like, this man showed her a side of him that she's never seen before. I see this every day. You will get that side of the person that you want, that person that's going to put you on a pedestal. You get that side of them when you do that to yourself first. That is how Everyone Is You Pushed Out works. So down below, I want you guys to write, what ways do you put yourself first? What are those things that make you feel good and make you come back to your present moment, and it makes you feel super passionate about life again? You have that, like, you know, like no matter what's happening, everything's going to be okay type of vibe. That's where you want to be. If you can't get super excited about life, just even that neutral place. Remember, this client of mine, and I know you guys hear this all the time. Oh, visualize the end, daydream about the end, affirm about the end, live in the end, live in the end, live in the end. Yes, that is a form and a technique of manifestation. But a lot of us, when we're super sad and depressed, we can't live in the end. But the best part about that is it's not even a requirement to live in the end. 99.9% of my manifestations came when I wasn't even practicing living in the end. All I was really focused on was shifting my state from a negative one and a lack one to a more of a neutral one. Every time I did that, it was like I opened the door for what I want to come in, because the other person is connected to you. They are you. When you open the space and you allow that space rather than pushing up and obsessing over them, when you allow that space for them to actually show up and come in, because we don't really attract, we're receivers. We just receive. We receive what we think about, we receive what we feel. So if I'm pushing up against something with my energy, I'm not in receiving, I'm in giving, trying, pushing. If I want to be in receiving, I allow myself to feel the feels, level up, detach, come back to neutral, and I will receive. I receive when I color. I receive when I'm doing the things I said I would do. I receive when I'm doing things I promised myself I would do, but then I avoided doing, but then I come back to it because I come first. Why not? Why put some other thing on the pedestal when I should be putting my promises on the pedestal, when I should be putting me? Everything is a form of you putting yourself on a pedestal when it comes to you keeping your promises to yourself. Other person feels it and they come in. So this Valentine's Day, you guys, happy Valentine's Day again. It's not about the other person. It's always going to be about the way you love yourself. And that's when the other person will love you just like you love yourself, just like you prioritize yourself. It's the best part about love is seeing the evidence. The love that you can give to yourself is being reflected by that other person. That's what the best part is. And because you love yourself so much, because you prioritize yourself so much, it becomes normal to see that type of evidence going forward. It's not normal when you're not used to it. And you're not used to it because you always search for it outside of you before you make the change within you. That's why it doesn't play out the way you want, because it's never done within first consistently. It's always done waiting outside of you. But then that's not good because that's temporary. If you don't do the work within you guys and you expect it just to play out outside of you all the time, it can be very temporary because your core, your subconscious is not used to it. It's not normal for you to receive it consistently because you've never set the example of it within. If that makes sense, comment down below. You guys, I love you. Have a very, very happy love day, regardless of situation. I promise you, if you're waiting for SP to text, call, don't make it about today. Level up, work on yourself. There's 50 more Valentine's days where it comes from. Don't worry about it. There's so many more holidays in the future, so many more Valentine's days, so many more Christmases and New Year's. Don't worry about that right now. Worry about the major change you need to make within, so all those other holidays coming up show you the evidence you've been looking for. I love you. You got this. I will see you in the next video. Bye.